this movie, so I can talk about this show. Godzilla, the series. Hello and welcome to Earth Alien ProtoMet. The 1998 Godzilla movie was, and still is, considered to be an embarrassment to the Godzilla franchise. Today's video isn't about that movie though, but rather its cartoon sequel, Godzilla the series. Is it as bad as the movie, or does it live up to the name Godzilla? Let's find out. Following the defeat of Zilla, Dr. Nick Tatopoulos finds the last of the creature's eggs, which hatches before his very eyes. The baby Zilla manages to escape, leaving Nick to wonder if the chaos that had just been stopped will start again. However, he soon learns that the young Zilla, which has rapidly grown to adulthood, views Nick as its parent, heeding the doctor's orders. In order to study Zilla Jr., Nick forms a team, Humanitarian Environmental Analysis Team, or HEAT for short, and they soon learn that Zilla wasn't the only mutation in the world. Oh, and they have a boat too. Can't forget about that. Wait a second? Scientists? Going around the world on a boat? Encountering giant monsters? With the means of controlling Godzilla? That sounds strangely familiar, but I can't imagine why. Heat is comprised of course, Nick, who looks bored or emotionless most of the time and acts way different from how Matthew Broderick portrayed the character, but also doctors Elsie Chapman and Mendel Craven, who act a lot less bored and emotionless, and who were both in the original movie, with Craven even being voiced by Malcolm Danare, the actor who played him in the movie. While Elsie and Craven are forgettable in the movie, in the cartoon they are very well developed, with Craven's cold from the movie being borderline hypochondria in the show. Joining them are new characters. First is Randy Hernandez, who works for Nick as an intern and who probably goes to college, but he honestly looks older than he probably is, likely the result of his design. Randy is an expert hacker and often gets on Mendel's nerves, much to his own amusement. Next is Monique Dupré, a French agent of the DGSE who was assigned to the team by her superior, Philippe Rocher, another character from the movie. Monique originally joined the team to destroy Zilla Jr., leading to her being the one to suggest they kill the monster before anyone else whenever Zilla Jr.'s safety is in question. And finally, there's Next Millennium Intelligence Gathering Electronic Liaison, or Nigel for short, a robot created by Mendel that often finds itself on the receiving end of great misfortune. Much like Kenny McCormick from South Park, but since Nigel's a robot, it's safe for kids. No idea where the M for Millennium went when they shortened the robot's name, though. And Heat is even occasionally aided, or hindered, by other returning characters. There's Audrey Timmons, who managed to snag a job as a reporter due to the events of the movie, along with her cameraman, Victor Animal Pilati. And then there's Major Hicks, voiced by Kevin Dunn, also reprising his role from the movie, who originally wanted to destroy Zilla Jr., but who gradually views the creature as more of a hero compared to the other monsters that appear in the series. Speaking of, having monsters for Zilla to battle is something the movie could have benefited from, and which this show has in abundance. The creatures that appear throughout the series are incredibly well designed, feeling like they could have come from the movie with how similar their aesthetics are to Zilla's design. And the fact that most of them are mutants like Zilla is a nice way to connect them to Zilla's own origins, without needing to retcon his origin to make it work. The show even has aliens, as well as a Mechagodzilla. Kinda. But of course, I can't finish this review up without talking about the show's title character, Zilla Jr., or Godzilla Jr. if you prefer. And you might prefer that, considering that because he has an atomic fire breath and he's largely impervious to conventional weapons, this monster is far more worthy of the name Godzilla than his dad ever was. Until the Monster Wars trilogy, anyway. And while most of the focus on any given episode is given to Heat and the other human characters dealing with the mutants, Godzilla Jr. is never too far away to throw down with an enemy monster. Except for the times when the plot demands it. While the movie was a disappointment, the fact that we got Godzilla the series out of it almost makes it worth it. Almost. Unfortunately, though the show lasted for 2 seasons, it was canceled, leaving the final 2 episodes unaired. Thankfully, they're included in the complete series DVD set. And while they don't add anything to the show in terms of plot progression, which the show generally lacked anyway, they are worth a look. If you haven't given this show a watch, I strongly recommend you do, as it fixes many of the problems the movie has, and is incredibly fun. Until next time, I'm ProtoMet. See ya!